Night shifts, love them or hate them. If you're a healthcare professional, likely they are something that you have to get used to and do your fair share of during your career, unless you choose a speciality where there are no night shifts, in which case you don't need to watch this video. If we haven't met before, I'm Dr. Sarah. I'm a medical doctor and a burnout coach, and if you're going through burnout at the moment and you want my help and advice, you can check out the description box down below. So night shifts. I've been working night shifts for many years, both as a doctor and then before that as a healthcare assistant, and I am one of those weird people who actually kind of likes night shifts. So in this video, I'm going to be sharing all my tips and advice to help you get through night shifts, and maybe you'll find that you even enjoy them. So here are the things I'm going to be covering, and as always, I will leave timestamps down below. So first of all, on the day of my night shift, I wake up really early and I get out and do a workout. So either I go out for a run or I go to the gym, lift some weights, do something really physical that's going to tire my body out a little bit. Then I come back, have a nice hot shower and have a big meal. I make sure that I don't have any caffeine in this time. And then by this point, I find that the combination of the exercise plus the big meal plus no caffeine means that I'm a little bit tired and that I can go down for a nap. I'm not somebody that can very easily nap during the days, but I do find that this combination works for me. Now, the other thing to mention for me is that I have to put my phone in another room when I go down for this nap, because it's really tempting for me to just scroll and watch one video or just reply to that one email or just look at that one WhatsApp message, and before I know it, I'm sat there on my phone for 30 minutes and I haven't been asleep. So I put my phone in another room, and I like to wear a blackout eye mask, which I will link down below. If you haven't got yourself one of these, this is like one of those things that you must have. They are so good. So blackout eye mask and some seriously good earplugs. I used to use those little foam earplugs, but when I'm on night shifts, I like to use these silicone ones because they absolutely block out any noise, and that means that I can get a really good sleep. So I put myself down for my nap, and I just let myself sleep for as long as possible. So for me, that normally ends up being an hour, sometimes a few hours, whatever my body needs. And then when I get up, I like to have my meals at the usual time. So I'll have my evening meal before I go out to work, so that when I'm going to work for my first shift, I have a nice full belly, I'm hydrated, and I'm well rested. The next point is to stay hydrated. At work on night shifts, it's really easy for some reason to not drink enough water, and loads of people comment and complain about constipation on night shifts, and lots of people I hear on shift saying, I haven't been to the toilet, I haven't been for a wee on this whole shift. That's not good enough. We need to stay hydrated. Look after your kidneys. I take a big bottle of water with me, and I try and make sure that I drink a couple of those during the shift. Drink more than I think I need to. The next thing that helps me with night shifts is taking plenty of food with me, and I try to make this as healthy as possible. So for me, I will eat my evening dinner before I go out to work. Like I said, when I'm on nights, I sometimes find that my appetite is a bit different from usual. I might pack some food, and then when I'm actually on the night shift, I don't fancy that particular thing. So I like to take a variety of different things with me. So usually I'll take things like a pot of berries and yogurt with some seeds and honey, and I'll take some vegetables and hummus, and then some protein rich snacks. Lots of different variety that I can pick and choose from on the shift. The next point is about writing everything down. This is so important. When you're on nights, your brain just isn't functioning as well as it does when you're on days. And so I like to try and remove as much stress from my brain as possible by writing everything down. That means that I'm not trying to store it in my working memory. It's on paper or written down on my device. I know that it's there, and that means that things don't fall through the cracks. I'm making sure that I've got everything on my list that I need to do. The next point is to take your breaks. Take your breaks, people. We need to rest. We need to recover. Go take a walk, go eat some food, go have a drink. Have a mental break, switch off from work, even if it's just for a few minutes. Okay, so I'm coming to the end of my night shift. I've handed over my patients. It's time for me to leave the hospital and drive home. The next most important thing is for me to wear sunglasses. This is so key because we don't want to expose ourselves to that early morning light because it messes with our circadian rhythm, which we've already done enough of. We want to try and allow ourselves to stay in the dark so that we're not feeling really awake and alert first thing in the morning. So sunglasses on as soon as I'm leaving the hospital, keep them on while I'm driving home, and then when I get into the house, I keep things as dim as possible and try not to expose myself to much light. I use a blackout blind in my bedroom where I sleep after nights. I use the blackout eye mask. I keep things as dark as possible. The next thing that I find really helpful is to keep my turnaround time when I get home as quick as possible. So I have found after many years of doing nights that if I allow myself to mess about playing on my phone or watch something on TV or get into a deep conversation with someone, that I end up not putting myself to sleep as quickly as I should, and then I end up sleeping for a shorter amount of time. I'm not sure why that is, but I've found that the sooner I get home and get straight into bed, the longer my sleep is. So I have a decompression routine when I finish work, and I keep that really nice and short and sweet. I walk in the door, I put all my work stuff in a particular drawer, get unchanged, clothes straight in the laundry, my bag unpacked, my lunchbox in the dishwasher. I go straight to the shower, wash away the shift. I eat something. I like to have something carbohydrate rich after a night shift. I find that helps me to sleep for longer and more deeply. So I'll have something like a bowl of cereal or a bowl of porridge, some toast, and then I get straight into bed and I snuggle down and I enjoy that good quality sleep. One thing that I find really lovely after night shifts is I have a heated undersheet that's on our bed, and when it's the winter and it's very cold here in the UK, I turn that on before I get in the shower, and then I get into my bed and it is so nice and warm and cozy. I've got my blackout blinds down, I've got my blackout mask on, my earplugs in, and nobody needs me. I'm not wanted anywhere. I can just go straight to sleep. And the final point is to not plan anything around my night shifts, just to allow myself to just focus on the nights. Night shifts are hard, and what it's doing to your body is really difficult as well. So I try not to plan anything for the day after my night shifts. I only plan sleep, because what I've found is that if I plan something after my night shifts, that I don't sleep that well because I'm thinking about it, and I feel stressed and I feel groggy. So I just try to allow myself to have a completely free calendar, keep myself cozy, and it's all about resting and recharging as much as possible. The other thing that really helps me with the night shifts is just making things as simple as possible for myself. So when I'm on nights, I'm not really thinking too much about the usual chores or errands that need to be done. I try to get all of that sorted before my nights and then leave the rest till after. I'm not doing food shops. I'm not going out and meeting up with people. I'm not doing the things that I would do when I'm on day shifts. I just keep it as simple as possible so I can just focus, get through those nights and be done. So I am going to link the blackout eye mask down below for you and those silicone earplugs. If you get one thing from this video, I hope it's that you buy that blackout eye mask. It will change your life if you're not using it already. And if you've got any tips for how you get through night shifts, then please share them down in the comments below. I know that I get so much from reading your advice, and other people will as well, so please let us all know what advice you have for night shifts. If you've enjoyed this video, I have loads of vlogs about working night shifts and just my life as a doctor, so I'll share that playlist and you can have a look at that here. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!